Why yes, this playthrough of the Cyclist Tactics does still exist. Left us on a semi-cliffhanger, we are heading to the Pro League for the first time. And hey, this guy, you came back! You know he says don't aim too high, but you know we're going to sign up for the Gazmia tour, because we can. Here's one potential setup where I do all pro events, but not necessarily the big ones. You see, Monumental and Murray Lake Circuit are quite underattended at this point, so we'd be going up against the weaker teams in Pro, if any. We could score some good points with our weaker riders there. We will still do Gazmia and the Masters, as well as Steinweg and the Hegenberg. And I'll admit, I don't think Pavlov is ready for the Steinweg Classic. We do have a more specialised cobble rider that could specifically target that race. And if I take him, I'm swapping out Brandt. Given the more punchy nature of this year's calendar, I don't think we need a second climber like Brandt, and could benefit from having this rider on our roster. And I just realised something. Because this balance already takes into account the fact that we're sending 4 riders to each race, we can actually get Jonas Winter. Okay, so here's the finalised targets for the season. Jonas Winter can go for sprint stage wins in the flat tours. Herman Watson targets the Gazmia, probably the red jersey. Pavlov, Hegenberg round victory. Tyler Campbell's a good roughie for the Masters. Chris Ward, he'll just do the Grunwald Windfall, and Michael Kramer is for the Steinweg. And Steinweg even only picked up 6 teams. Wow, a lot of people wanted to do the 3 country challenge. Tis a shame, this would have been such a good desert sprint to try and win if Pavlov was better suited to the parkours, but he doesn't have a flat rating yet. Igalskis does. This is really just a filler event for us until we get to the Steinweg. I was kind of hoping for less attendance than this, but maybe Ward can do something. Oh, he can do quite a bit actually. He can get to the foot of this climb and he'll be able to easily ride over the crest. Let's see where that... Ah, no. A lot of dry riders had a faster second move, so already on the back foot. 9th place as a matter of fact. The team time trial is next. And we have some minor fitness peaks, but not any particularly good time trial specialists. Except for Ward himself, of course, but we do need others to step up during the flat section. Everyone's gone short on this move. I think this may be why they were trying to save attack points for this, because can't actually get far enough up that slope to justify riding hard into it, so let's take it a little bit easier now. It's possible that if Ward just kept pulling on his own, we could have gotten a few tiles further into the mountain and that would have justified riding past. Watson in fact could go really hard right now. He if I had thought about that earlier, I would have done it, because I don't think Winter can make it with us, so I'm just going to have everyone ride in together. 7-6 over the line. We're dropping Kramer, but we only need 3 to make it over the finish. We lost a minor fraction of a second. I mean, it was a team time trial, so we still get points for completing it, but in hindsight, I could have attacked that climb harder with Ward and gotten us all a stage win. It's one of those longer time trials where it's going to be very important to pace yourself. We just want to end up in this 12 section within 2 turns. Oh, yeah, Ward could jump right into this within 3 turns, so I think that's going to be my goal, actually. Oh, wait, does he lose too much energy to make that work? Yeah, as it turns out, it would take his max move to get there. That's too early. We should just go to here. And thanks to us taking it easy at the start, we are in contention for the podium at the end. Okay, at least we were until the yellow jersey went further. Oh, maybe not, because we actually had the shortest move of a lot of them. We're up into 7th, which would be a decent consolation prize, assuming Ward can hold on to it from here. Watson, I saved him last stage to see if I can maybe pinch a good result here. I think the answer might be no, as we're having to spend all of our attack on Watson just to get to the foot of the climb. Ward put in a sneaky good effort. That's provisional 2nd. And it's going to stay that way. Watson almost got... no, it's not going to stay that way. Telecom Ahana here pulling a me, except they're doing it in Pro League, not mixed. There, look at these. Flat ratings, speed ratings too. Might be able to get ahead of Gonzalez. He's only a 111 and we have a +3. And it's the case in the longer time trials where you have to go short on the first couple of moves because you've got to use all of your attack later on. I think the biggest problem in this tour though is that we just haven't had any major fitness peaks, and at least we're catching up to the main bunch. And actually managed to pass them in the end, so Ward's not doing too badly, even though we got bodied by the absolute favourites. We have to await the final standings, but don't think we did too badly. Missed opportunity in the team time trial to attack that mountain, but we only move up into 6th. Considering that the alternative would have been to take this team to the desert sprints, would Jonas Winter have survived until the end, considering we wouldn't have had a peak? I doubt it, because it was actually a pretty mountainous desert sprint and he's got the -1 in mountain. I level up for Herman Watson now, and given that the Gazmia Tour is a major target this year, I think it's time to start boosting recovery, because even if we end up going after the red jersey, we're still going to need a lot of recovery over 21 stages. Nothing too special, although Riviera is worth shortlisting, so I will do that. Interesting thing about this Steinweg Classic, only 6 teams. The 3-country challenge was more popular for whatever reason, and in fact 4 of the pro teams either did the mixed event or nothing at all this month. So this short roster gives Kramer a chance to win. And one other advantage Kramer will have in this race is that he can afford to stay near the back and let his cobble and technical skill negate the extra penalty of being in a bad position in the cobbles. If I'd moved up a little earlier, this could have actually been a good chance to attack already, but I know exactly where I want to throw down. Didn't have to wait to initiate the move ourselves, it just came out of the relay. We're okay sitting back for now. I'm looking at Fournier and I think this is going to come down to a sprint between me and him. Moment of truth. Can we play this correctly and end up taking this monument? Wait, that might have been a bad idea, because this sprint is going to come out of P0, isn't it? Actually, I don't necessarily have to. I could have Winter concede on purpose here and force someone else to open up. And I think I will do that. Next order of business, we latch onto Heinrich and Watson, because they're the ones that have to put in a big move here, right? Or they could just not go at all, meaning... No, we can still do this with Wolf. So many mind games going on here. We need to figure out if Sean Watson can get over this momentum block. The moment it is already a 27 node move and Watson has a +16. I don't think he can get over it. So if we do this and then do that, Jonas Winter is just there to cause prod trouble. Oh, they out sprinted anyway. It was such a weak lead out that they had all of the attack in the world, and we do not win our first monument. We left a lot of energy in reserve with Kramer. I wonder if attacking even earlier like I originally thought might have been the way to go then, because all we did was take it to a 10-up sprint where there were way too many mind games going on for me to control it. I think we just take more energy for Campbell, then energy per turn the next level up, and then his last level up he'll be able to take a specialization. Kramer's going to need more pace. I'll add Vincent Edwards. This level 12 guy would be really nice, but he's got a really terrible starting skill set, and he's also level 1 right from the start. May have missed out on one monument, but we've got another one coming right up. We're going to have to take advantage of this flat section though, because we do not have a climber in this race. Well, correction, we do have climbers, but they're targeting other events this season, so this is not their fitness peak. Okay, so we're drilling it on the flat now. Most of the field are in P0 already. They're maneuvering for a mass sprint when it's going to be a mountain attack finish. So, good chance for us to do something. We might as well go into P0 with Ward and Campbell at this point, just in case it does end in a sprint, because if so, we're going to want to be as far forward as possible because it's a mountain sprint. Or what if I just attack them immediately, because if I go now with Ward, the only guy who's going to mark it is Malik, and whoever wants to catch up, I guess, which is only 3 riders as it turns out. In fact, Malik didn't even mark it. Fournier and Voigt, they're done. Campbell, yeah, this wasn't a max commit from Ward, but it's going to turn into a max commit because there's no reason for us not to follow through on this. Not that we need the slipstream anyway. Campbell's just going to go even further. Is anyone going to be able to climb their way back to him? Oh, that's precariously close. Does the one tile advantage get us over the line? We shall find out soon. Tyler Campbell is no climber, but right now he is putting in the climbing performance of his life. Does he get over the finish line before the pack? Baker. Oh, Malik! The guy that I thought was going to mark us at the start ended up being the guy to come over the top and deny Campbell what would have been an amazing victory. There's still a lot of reasons to be happy with this result as a whole. This guarantees that we're not going to be dropping out of Pro this season, and in fact, we're hovering amongst the top 5 right now. Maybe next episode is where we can break through and get our first Pro win. We do have the less attended Grand Vin and Mara Lake circuit coming up, and then I'll also do the first 6 or 7 stages of the Great Plains Tour.